Hi and welcome back to the channel. Was Rishi Sunak warned that certain actions being taken by Israel were going to end with mass death among the Palestinians in Gaza? That's one of the allegations in one of the emails I read in one of the Epstein file downloads. In a video on Politics Joe, someone suggested that although there are lots of mentions of Peter Mandelson, if you misspelled the name, there's even more. So, on a whim, I did that. I looked up Mandelson with the E and the L switched. I then looked at one of the files and I downloaded it, and in one of them the reference number is EFTA 00144485 on pages 42 to 44 of the PDF. There is an email to Rishi Sunak on the 15th of December 2023 at 1:12 p.m. Sunak in that was warned that he'd be, quote, held accountable for the slow mass slaughter and drowning of the Palestinian population, unquote. The Israeli forces were not flooding the tunnels that they found to destroy them. That could have been done by blowing them up or filling them with sand, but to saturate the ground so that any rainfall couldn't be absorbed. Now, November to the end of March is a heavy rain season. In another quote, direct quote from the email, quote, by the end of the rainy season, there will not be a Palestinian population, end quote. Now, while it didn't wipe out the entire population, it did have an impact. There is disease, there was flooding. But that's not all that was in the email. It also alleges, and this is where the Mandelson link comes in, it also alleges that Tony Blair and Peter Mandelson were calling the shots in the Labour Party, not Keir Starmer. And it also alleges that Tony Blair and Peter Mandelson were involved with Epstein, and the sender, who was redacted, whose name was redacted, asked if Blair and Mandelson would be investigated for aiding and abetting Epstein's sex trafficking ring. Now, I can't corroborate any of this. All I did was read an email that I downloaded, or a document that I downloaded that contained the email with these allegations. But what is now essential is, because it now says that Sunak was warned that acts that could be considered genocidal were being committed by Israel at a time when we could have then stopped selling arms, but we kept on doing it. We are now complicit in that genocide, in everything that's being done in Gaza. And they knew it. And therefore, in the handover of power, Starmer must have been told too. But are these allegations true? The grammar and syntax of the email aren't exactly brilliant, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're untrue. What we need now is an investigation. An investigation not only into whether Sunak was told about the acts that could plausibly fall under the genocidal category that were being committed by Israel, and the allegations regarding Tony Blair and Peter Mandelson. They have to be investigated by someone who can get the unredacted file. And if it's possible, because I don't know what email address it was sent to, all email addresses attached to Sunak have to be investigated too, to find that email, if it still exists, and to corroborate it. Nothing less will do. If not only to hold those to account, but also if the allegations about Tony Blair and Peter Mandelson are true, then for the victims of Epstein and his sex trafficking ring. If you want to look for it yourself, go to the DOJ Epstein library, go to dataset 9. And as I said, the reference of the PDF is E for Echo, F for Foxtrot, T for Tango, A for Alpha, 00144485. And you'll find the email on pages 42 to 44. And then make up your own mind. If you think, like I do, that it deserves investigation, then now's the time to contact your MP or the police or whatever. Or possibly even Stephen Flynn of the SNP, seeing as, even though you may not be a constituent, he at least sent or reported Mandelson to the Metropolitan Police. So maybe this could come under that as well. Give him a little bit more evidence to give to the police. If you found this video interesting, I won't say like, because I certainly don't like what I read in that email. Click the like button. If you think any of this has any foundation, then please share the video. It might help in the investigation against Peter Mandelson, and may also provide evidence on other investigations. Please feel free to comment below, and if you want more videos like this, or more videos from me, not like this hopefully, then click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when another video has been dropped. And I hope to see you again soon.